All right, listen up. You're grinding every day, posting nonstop, and it still feels like you're trapped in digital purgatory. And the truth is, you're not alone. You're doing 70-hour work weeks, posting every day, burning yourself out, and somehow your Stripe account still feels like it's going on a vacation. I get it, because I've been there. Stuck in that loop where you're giving everything away, all the value, and yet nothing moves the needle. And the brutal truth is, the average entrepreneur spends over 6,000 hours a year creating content that 97% of their dream clients will never see. That's not marketing, that's digital depression. And meanwhile, there's a small percentage, that 1% that you probably look up to, who operate on a completely different frequency. They're not just posting, they're building presence. They've got a system that multiplies every single word, every clip, every piece of content that they've ever created. They're omnipresent. Their content builds authority, their inboxes stay full, and their revenue grows while they sleep. And the craziest part is, they're not working harder than you, they're just working wiser. And so today, I'm pulling back that curtain on what that system actually looks like. I'm Christian Graham, co-founder of Mericross Media and the MK Lab, and business authority coach to 6, 7, and yes, even 8-figure entrepreneurs. And in this video, you'll learn my 5-step content strategy to explode your personal brand, the same omnipresent system that my company uses to transform my clients' content into clients of their own and posts into predictable purpose, profit, and peace. Because we're not here to just build brands, we're here to build magnetic market movements. Let's dive in. Let's call it what it is. Most personal brands are running on fumes. You're treating content like a slot machine. Post, pray, repeat, hoping the algorithm lines up like a jackpot. And here's the truth. Single platform posting is like the new dial-up internet. It's outdated, unreliable, and painfully slow. You drop your best reel, add trending audio, hit publish, and then what? Nothing. Zilch. Nada. You're invisible. And in 2025, invisibility isn't just a marketing problem, it's business suicide. Every week you delay building omnipresence, your competitors are stacking compound interest on attention. They're everywhere. Their YouTube videos rank on Google, their podcast clips show up on TikTok scrolls, their shorts are sliding right into your audience's bedtime feed. And meanwhile, you're still stuck recycling captions and emojis on one platform, hoping for a miracle. Let me say it straight. No omnipresence, no omni-revenue. If they can't find you, they can't follow you. If they can't follow you, then they can't trust you. And if they can't trust you, then they can't buy from you. You don't need more posts, you need a new system. Because the 1% aren't just creators, they're really architects. They built an authority engine, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to build. But let's dive into the authority flywheel. Forget the content hamster wheel, forget the post daily grind. You need a flywheel, a self-sustaining compounding system that turns your effort into exponential growth. And here's what that looks like. At the core is your YouTube channel, the lighthouse that never stops shining. Surrounding it is your podcast, the audio echo that deepens trust. And radiating from both are your social media spokes, the short-form, high-frequency content that makes your message omnipresent. This is your authority flywheel. You film one high-value YouTube video per week. That one piece of content creates 4 to 8 micro clips for shorts, reels, and TikTok. One podcast episode, one blog post for SEO on LinkedIn, and a week worth of tweets, threads, and LinkedIn posts. And every piece of content points people back to your email list, the only platform that you truly own. That's your home base, your digital sanctuary. Because algorithms change, but an inbox stays loyal. And when you do this consistently, your content stops being a scattershot. It becomes a symphony, working together, building trust everywhere, even when you're offline. This is how authority compounds. This is exactly how impact scales. So now that we've laid the groundwork, let's jump into some real practical steps for you to understand what this looks like. Step 1, pick your pillar promise. Before you post another thing, pause. You need one crystal clear pillar promise, your brand's North Star. This isn't about being everything to everyone. It's about defining one transformation you deliver better than anyone else can. Because confusion kills conversion. So for me, mine is, I help entrepreneurs turn content into clients, collaborators, and champions for their magnetic market movement. So every video, every post, every podcast episode points back to that. It either proves it, teaches it, or reinforces it. So you got to ask yourself, what transformation can I guarantee in the next 90 days for my client or my customer? What outcome do I want to be known for? And boil it down to 8 words to 12 words or less. That's your filter. If a piece of content doesn't serve that promise, it doesn't get published. Clarity creates power, focus creates momentum, and promise creates purpose. Step 2, build your YouTube lighthouse. Once your promise is crystal clear, it's time to build your foundation, your YouTube lighthouse. Why YouTube? Because it's not just a social platform, it's a search engine, and it's Google's favorite child, right? A well-optimized video can rank for years on end, not just 24 hours like a reel or a story. Here's the simple structure that I use that I call the 3V framework, and you can plug it right into your content system today. Use a visceral hook. In the first 5 seconds, agitate a problem. Grab attention fast, no fluff, no long intro. The second V is value stack. Teach and lead with substance. Give away something so valuable that they wonder what's behind the paid offer. And the third V is velocity, call to action. And with one clear action, subscribe, download, join, but just one. And batch record your videos once a month. Publish them weekly because consistency compounds. You're not just making videos, you're building digital real estate. Let's jump into step number 3. Siphon that audio into a podcast. Here's the easiest win in your omnipresent engine. Every single YouTube video that you record, strip the audio down from it, and that audio then becomes your podcast episode. No extra work, no new script, just pure leverage. Podcast listeners are loyal. They give you 30+ minutes of undivided attention every single week, and that's trust that you just can't buy. So you can upload this through Anchor or Spotify or my personal favorite, Buzzsprout. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I'll give you that game. And your voice will eventually be able to be hit on, say, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, just about everywhere. And here's a pro tip. When you read your sponsor slots, read them to yourself. Authenticity beats polish every single time. This step turns your video audience into a deeper community, a tribe that stays with you. Step number 4, automize micro content. Now it's time to explode your visibility. Take that one long form video and break it into 5+ bite-sized clips every single week. Each clip should focus on a hook, which is going to be in your first 1 to 3 seconds, something like, stop doing this if you want your clients to X, or you should do X if you want to attain Y, and here's what I do to do that. In addition to that, include captions because 85% of viewers watch on mute. And lastly, deliver one clear value point or story moment. Post that up a minimum of 2 to 3 times per day, morning, midday, and evening. Because omnipresence isn't about one viral post, it's about consistent collisions with your audience's attention. The most popular creators in the business space are actually hitting 7 to 8 posts per day across channels. They should feel like you're everywhere, not because you're grinding harder, but because your system is simply smarter. And the truth is, if you were to break it down with just some simple math, someone that only posts once per day is 365 posts in a year. And now, I've been investing for a long time and can tell you that the power of compounding interest is really where you make your money, or in this case, impact, income, and influence. And therefore, if you're posting 3 times per day, that's 1,095 posts in a year, and opportunities to be seen by your dream audience. Now for the Alex Ramozis, the Gary V's, etc., you're talking about 7 times 365 times, or 2,555 opportunities to be seen across all platforms. But small creators think that their message should be a movement because they post once a week or 52 times in a year. It can happen if you go viral with every single post, but the likelihood is not as certain. Bank on consistency instead of virality, just like investing versus gambling. Invest, sow, steward, not gamble and pull the slot machine thinking you're going to hit jackpot every single time. I know that's not you guys because my audience is very disciplined, determined, and wise, but you get the point. Let's jump into step number 5, funnel everywhere. Now that your message is everywhere, you need one clear path that turns attention into action. Every video clip, every post, ends with the same call to action, not 10 links, just one. So for me, it's join the turnkey, my free newsletter, because that's where I take entrepreneurs deeper into building omnipresent systems that actually convert. Your call to action might be a free checklist, a mini course, or a newsletter, but make it simple, make it attainable, and make it everywhere. And here's a kicker that I can add. Run a $10 a day meta retargeting ad to everyone who visits your landing page but doesn't opt in. And that's how you turn your organic momentum into paid precision targeting. The omnipresent engine builds the brand. The retargeting ad closes the deal. You also build on the psychological principle of reciprocity, which converts at 1 to 5% into a paid offer. When you give free value, your audience will likely convert that much more into a paid offer. So let me give you a quick example of this. Mark, a leadership coach, came to me frustrated, stuck in the hamster wheel, right? Decent audience, no sales, just noise. We implemented this exact 5-step strategy, and 90 days later, he grew to 13,300 YouTube subscribers, 10,000 new email subscribers, and 27,000 in coaching revenue with a 10x ROAS on his first campaign. And same talent, same message, just a new system. Because omnipresence isn't about working more, it's about multiplying what's already inside of you and inside of your hands. And if you want to grow your content into clients, here's some pitfalls that you need to avoid. Don't fall into these traps. 1, perfection paralysis. Your first video won't be perfect. In fact, it's gonna suck, but post it anyways. Number 2, platform promiscuity. Master one platform first. You don't need to go across every single platform and be perfect across every single platform. Just master one first, such as YouTube, and then expand from there. But make sure that you post your short form content across each platform consistently so that you can maximize on that compound opportunity. Step number 3, quitting too early. The flywheel feels heavy for 90 days, but eventually when you let it settle in and you create the system, it flies. Step number 4, and here's a really big one, especially because I'm recording in this really nice studio at the MK Lab, right? But it's gear obsession. Start with your phone and a $20 microphone. You don't need these cameras recording in 4K. You don't need the studio lighting. You don't need this microphone right here, this $500 microphone. You don't need a podcast set even, right? Just start with your phone and a $20 microphone and you'll be just fine. Clarity over cameras or audio, but audio is very important. And remember, done is better than perfect, and consistency beats complexity. If you want to explode your growth on socials and start turning instead of churning revenue, you don't need to chase trends. You don't need to post more. You need to build an engine. And if you're ready to do that, to stop being invisible and start being omnipresent, join my free newsletter, The Turnkey, where I break down every framework, every funnel, and content system that turns attention into authority. Because your content shouldn't just look good, it should also convert. So make sure you go check out the link in the description below. Gary Vee puts it like this: attention is currency. And I add to it with omnipresence is compound interest to that attention. When you build this engine, your YouTube Lighthouse, your podcast room, and your micro content spokes, your brand doesn't just grow, it explodes. You're not fighting algorithms anymore. You're just building momentum, you're building legacy. And so I want you to remember this. Number 1, pick your pillar promise. Number 2, build your lighthouse. Number 3, siphon your podcast. Number 4, automize your micro content. Number 5, lastly, funnel everywhere. Do that for 90 days and your personal brand won't just rise, it'll reign. And this is how you turn your message into a magnetic market movement. Now go build something that multiplies. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay blessed, stay grounded, let's grow. Peace.